guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to film a haul of everything that I got on my most recent Walt Disney World trip. So on this past trip I had gone with my boyfriend and our two friends. We had gone to all of the parks. We went to Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood, and then only me and my boyfriend went to Magic. But we found a lot of merch and I had to stop myself from buying everything that I saw, but I did get quite a few items and I wanted to share with you guys what I got. So one of the first things I got is the crew neck that I am wearing. This is the crew neck. It's the Minnie face and it says Walt Disney World on it. And this one, Minnie's bow is yellow instead of her traditional pink and red. And then it says Walt Disney World stitched in yellow, pink, and white. So this crew neck is part of the collection where they have all of the characters' faces on it. Like, I know the very popular one is the butter yellow one with the Mickey face on it. And then I know that they also have Tigger. I've seen a Cheshire Cat one. I just saw on TikTok recently that they have a Dale one now for Chip and Dale. And now they have a Minnie. And I had originally wanted the yellow one with Mickey's face on it, and I had stopped myself because I was like, I don't need another crew neck, I'm gonna hold off. But I had gone into Hollywood Studios that morning and they had just put it out on the shelf and it was fully stocked in all sizes, and I was like, okay, well, this one is super cute, so I feel like I have to get it. And I just think this one is just super cute, and her little face, I think she looks super cute and adorable. Now the next thing I got is this t-shirt. It says Walt Disney World on it, and it has the little like stars all around it. I think it's really pretty. And then on the back, it says, anything is possible with a little bit of pixie dust. And I thought that this was also super cute. And I think the pink on this is what truly got me. And I think the little stars all around it on the front and the back and talking about pixie dust is what really sold me on this t-shirt. And I did get a medium in this shirt. I would say this shirt, honestly, if you can see the bottom of it, it kind of comes down to me like it comes down on me very far. So I feel like Disney sizing, I feel like sometimes you have to try the merch on or at least hold it up against you in store in order to see how the sizing will fit for a certain t-shirt or sweatshirt, because I feel like their sizing can be kind of weird sometimes. But I got a medium in this and it honestly will still be pretty oversized on me. And I forgot to mention, but I got the Minnie Mouse crew neck that I'm wearing in a large, and it also has an oversized fit on me. The next shirt that I got is in honor of one of my favorite rides at Disney World, which is in Hollywood Studios, and this is the shirt that I got. It says, "Nothing Can Stop Us Now." It's from Mickey's Runaway Railway. It is so cute. I love this, and I love this shade of blue. Like, it's so pretty. But it says, "Nothing can stop us now," and it has Mickey and Minnie on the train, and then on the bottom it says Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I think it's so cute, and I think this color is just so pretty, and I feel like this color is such a good color to wear in the summertime. It's super bright. I love this shirt so much. And I got the shirt in Hollywood. I got it right when you get off the ride of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. They don't have their own store like inside the ride when you get off the exit like most of the rides do, but it's like right when you leave and it's to the right, and there's like this little gift shop and they have other Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway merch, and they also have some other merch in there as well. But that's where I got that shirt. And I got the pink shirt from inside a store in Disney Springs. I got it, I don't remember the name of it, I'll have to look and I'll insert it on the screen, but I got it in there and I had never been in the store, and they had a lot of merch in there, and I can't believe I've never been in there, but they had a lot of cute merch, and they also had a lot of blind boxes in there. I did not get a blind box because I had already spent a lot on merch, but they do have some really cute blind boxes in there. Now the next piece of merch was the merch that I went into this trip knowing that I really wanted, and the first 2 days of this trip I could not find it. I had gone to Disney Springs twice, and I had also been to Animal Kingdom and Epcot, and then I finally found it in Hollywood Studios, and they only had one size left, and it was an extra small, and I was hoping for at least a medium, but the extra small does fit really well. I just need to be careful when washing it. But it is the iconic birthday t-shirt. I went into this trip looking for this t-shirt, and I was going to be very upset if I could not find it on this trip because I knew that it was selling out pretty fast, but I did find it, and I did get an extra small, but it does fit me. But I just need to be very, very careful when washing it because it will shrink. But the details on the shirt are so cute. It has Mickey, Goofy, Minnie, and Donald, and they are on the birthday cake with the little Mickey balloons and all the confetti. I think it is so cute. And then on the bottom, it says Walt Disney World, and it's embroidered. And the next time that I go to Walt Disney World will not be for my birthday because my birthday is in January, but I probably honestly might end up wearing it anyway just because it's such a cute shirt and it just looks so vintage, and I'm just so happy that I found it and I can't wait to wear it at the park. The next thing that I got is this Walt Disney World hat. I'm slowly becoming a hat girly. I wear hats every so often, mainly in the summertime, but this one I thought was just super, super cute. It says Walt Disney World in blue with a little Mickey, and he's red. On the back, it says 1971, which is when Walt Disney World opened. And then on the side, it has this little Mickey, and it says Walt Disney World. I think this hat just looks like super retro to me. This is what the hat looks like on. I think it's just super cute. A lot of hats do fit me kind of funny, but when they're really cute in design, I don't care as much. But I think this is super cute, and I love it. The next item that I got is still wrapped very beautifully by the cast member, but it is a mug, and this is the mug. It is so, so cute. It has Mickey and Minnie in front of the castle, and they're holding hands. It has all the little details of the park on it. I think it's so cute, and the handle is what sold me. The monorail as the handle is so creative. I love it. And then this is the back. It says Walt Disney World with the fireworks, and Tinkerbell is right here in the corner. This is so cute. I only got 2 plushies on this trip. One is a bag charm, and the other was to commemorate a fun memory that I had on this trip. So the little bag charm that I got is this little Lotso. He's actually magnetic, and he clips on with his hands. I had him on my bag on my Hollywood Studios day. Now the next plushie that I got was for a great memory that I had on this trip. Before this trip, I had found my autograph book from when I was a child, and I had a bunch of different characters sign it on the trip that I had met when I did character dining. When I was looking through it, I had many of the classic Disney characters, and I had almost all of the Disney princesses except for Tiana and Rapunzel. Now, my favorite princesses are Belle, Ariel, Tiana, and Rapunzel. Those are my top 4 princesses, and I have Belle and Ariel sign in there. I realized that my other 2 favorites I did not have in there at all, because around the time that I had gone to Disney World when I was a child, their movies had just come out, so I don't think that they were meeting at the parks yet, or even if they were, I might have just missed them. They might have had too long of a line, so I just didn't wait for them, but I didn't have their signatures, and so on this trip when I went to Magic Kingdom, I was like, I really, really want to meet Tiana and Rapunzel, or at least one of them, so I can add their signature to my autograph book. And luckily that day, the 2 princesses that were meeting were Cinderella and Tiana. And if you don't know, when the princesses meet in Magic Kingdom, they meet in Fairy Tale Hall, and they typically will have 2 princesses that are meeting, and then they have a mystery princess meeting with those princesses. So Cinderella and Tiana were the ones that were meeting that day, and they also had a mystery princess with them. But they are 2 separate lines, so you meet Cinderella and the Mystery Princess or Tiana and the Mystery Princess. And they swap them out every day, so you get different princesses each time. But I was very excited that Tiana was one of the princesses meeting, and I was just hoping that Rapunzel was the mystery princess that was meeting with her. And so I got in the Tiana line with my boyfriend, and when I got in the room, I saw Tiana, and then when I looked over, I saw that Rapunzel was in there, and it just could not have been more perfect. It was just so perfect that the 2 princess signatures that I did not have were meeting at the same time. So I was just very excited about that, and I met Tiana first, and she was super, super sweet, and I got a picture with her, and I loved it so much. And then I got to Rapunzel, and my interaction with Rapunzel was so good. Like, it made my inner child so happy. She talked to me and my boyfriend for a good 5 minutes. We had such a fun and long interaction. I loved it so much, and it made me so happy. And so after we had met the princesses, I had saw that they had plushies of all of the Disney princesses, and I had never really thought of getting one up until that moment, and I was like, I have to get something to remember this memory. So I went ahead and I got the Rapunzel, and I mainly got the Rapunzel instead of the Tiana just because I didn't want to get two. I only wanted one, and my interaction with Rapunzel was just so fun and memorable that I got the Rapunzel one. And I think she's super cute. Childhood me would have really loved this. So yeah, she just sits on my bed, but that interaction just made me so happy, and I had to get something to remember it. Now, one of the last pieces of merch that I got on this trip, before I move into the pins that I got and traded for on this trip, my boyfriend convinced me to get this loungefly. I had seen this loungefly the last time we were in the parks, and when we were in Magic Kingdom, I saw it again in one of the stores, and I wanted it, but I was like, no, I don't need a loungefly, I do not need another one. But he convinced me to get it because Tomorrowland is my favorite land in Magic Kingdom. I feel like the details on this bag really show Tomorrowland. It has Stitch in a rocket, Moon, the stars, it has Space Mountain on it, the People Mover, it has the little bicycles for Tron, and on the bottom it says Tomorrowland. And I just think that it's super pretty, and I will use it the next time that I go and visit the parks. I also always get a Pandora charm every time that I go to Disney for my Pandora bracelet. And so the charm that I got on this trip was this little Mickey Mouse balloons. I feel like this is just such a fun way to have a memory from each Disney trip you go on. And then I got this Little Words project bracelet. This one just says Disney Girl, and I thought that it was very fitting for me. It's pink, purple, and blue, and I just think that it was super cute, and this is my first Little Words project bracelet. Now I'm going to move on to pins. So starting off with one of the pins that I bought, I got this pin. It is Peter Pan and Wendy, and it moves. And it's like they're flying, and I think it's super cute. When I got this, it said it was a Disney Visa card exclusive, but it might be for anybody now. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure how exclusive pins and things like that work, but I just thought this one was super cute and I couldn't pass it up. And now for the pins that are on my pin boards, some of these I had bought in pin packs, and then the rest I traded. I just have them all on the pin boards, and I'll just tell you if I traded for them or if I bought them. But I love every single one of these, and I don't think that I'm going to trade them the next time that I go into the parks. I think I want to keep these. So I'm going to start with this pin board. So on this pin board, I found this pin. It has the Sorcerer Mickey hats on it, and I'm a huge fan of Sorcerer Mickey, and I thought that this was super cool. Then I found on a pin board this little Ariel one. It's just her sitting on her rock, and I love Ariel. She's one of my favorites, so I had to trade for her. Then I traded for this Jasmine. These types of pins are my favorite because I'm the type of person that when I'm looking for a pin, I want like their full body of a character. Those are my favorite types of pins to find. And then my boyfriend actually found this on a pin board. It's Lotso, but I actually have the Woody version of this, and so I'm going to put him on my pin display next to him. Then I found this Stitch pin. I am a Stitch fan, but this is actually my first Stitch pin. I do not have any other Stitch pins, so this is my first one, and I think this is a really cute one with him and the little ice cream. Then I got this pin. This is Tramp, and I already have Lady on my pin display, so I will add him right next to her. And then I got Mike Wazowski. I think this one is so funny looking, but I also am a really big fan of Monsters, Inc., and so I saw this one and I had to have it. Now for the next pin board, I had found this little piglet. Once again, these are my favorite types of pins to find. I thought this one was super cute. Then I found this Tigger, and I thought that was perfect because I found Tigger and Piglet. And I think this little like cartoon baby style of the pins are super cute. I love this style. Then I found this Scar pin. This is probably one of my favorite pins that I found this trip. Then these three pins in the middle, I actually did buy from a pin pack. And in the pin pack, there was 5, but I traded the other 2 that came with it. I don't remember which ones they were, but I decided to keep the Abu, the Bolt, and the Mushu because I love Mushu, and I thought the Abu was super cute, and my boyfriend really liked the bolt, and so I was like, I won't trade him, so I'm keeping the bolt. Then the last two pins, I forgot his name, but he's from Aladdin. He's Jafar's bird, and I forgot, but I thought that he was super cool. And then I got Lucifer from Cinderella. Now for the last pin board, these 3 pins on this side are from pin packs, and then the 3 on this side I traded for. So the first pin, it came in a pin pack, and it just says 25 years of pin trading, and it has Mickey on it. And I thought this one was cute just because it's classic Mickey. And then the one right here is Donald sipping an iced coffee. My boyfriend really liked this one because he said that that's me when I go to the parks, is me with my coffee. And then the one on the bottom is Pluto with the balloons, and I thought that one was super cute. I thought he was so cute. And then the pins that I traded for, I found this one on a pin board, and I just thought this one was so cool with just Mickey and Goofy. It's just, I love when they have pins of just like classic Disney characters, and I thought this was so cute of both of them. And then I also found another one of Mickey and Pluto, and it has the little star behind them. I thought this one was so cute as well. I'm like obsessed with these two. These are probably 2 of my favorite pins I found on this trip. I know I said the Scar one was, but I changed my mind. It's these 2. I think these are so cool. The last one is this little cartoon Mickey, and I thought he was cute too. So those are all of the pins that I got on this trip, and that is basically it for this haul. I feel like that I got a lot of merch, and I'm very happy with everything that I got, and that is basically it for this Disney series. So I will be going again to Disney sometime soon, and I will vlog that whole thing again. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!